Hey everyone, Skull902 back here for the finale of Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest. In this part, we're going to be going through K. Rool's Keep, as well as the Flying Croc, the last two worlds of the game. So, starting off with Arctic Abyss here, a nice little water level to get things started. Not necessarily set the mood for the world, because I mean, there's some parts that can be annoying about it, but sometimes they do throw you a bone in like these last world levels, and I think that this is one of them. Things don't really get too intense in this one. I think I lose a Kong at some point, but that's like to my own stupidity. So, yeah. We're entering a bonus room now, and I'm so fucking surprised it took me this long to explain the fucking thing, but like, one of the things I've missed throughout the entirety of this commentary up to this point is like the different types of bonus rooms, because not only is the difference between this and DKC1, see, it was just me not being careful. But, like, not only was the difference, like, you know, your percentage was based on whether you completed a bonus room, not just found it, and that there's, like, a goal to your bonus room. You're meant to get the Krem coin at the end, but also there are different types of bonus rooms, and the one that I just went through is collect the stars, and you know, within your time limit you have to get a certain amount of stars to get the Krem coin. Sounds simple enough. And then the second one is to beat all the enemies. Supercharge at that corner there, by the way, to get the DK coin in this level. But beat all the enemies. Again, under your time limit, you gotta destroy or kill or whatever all the enemies in a given area. Sounds like an easy enough explanation to me. And then the third one, the third variation on the bonus levels is the simplest of all. And oh, on guard, I'm really sorry, that was pathetic. But the third one is simply to find the coin. You know, whether or not there's enemies in there, your end goal is to locate the DK, or not the DK coin, the Krem coin, and complete the bonus room that way. So that's all your variations on the bonus rooms, and again, I'm just rather surprised it took me this goddamn long to actually, like, explain it and whatnot. But here's one of the most fun end goals in the game, I think. That was a really cool idea to, you know, have it be in the water and whatnot. And, you know, like, when you swim down and... I don't know, I'm just trying to say, like, it's cool to swim down to the strength test and have it still work. Though you wouldn't be carrying much weight down there. I don't fucking know. Whatever. This is Windy Well. It is the third and final of the mine levels, and easily the most challenging one. You are battling an updraft. And, like, you gotta, you know, maneuver your way around enemies and all this sort of stuff. So this requires a great deal of patience and a great deal of timing. Or, well, a great sense of timing, I should say. But since this is the last time that we're going to be hearing it, I want to bring specific mention to David Wise, who composed the entirety of this soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. He did most of the DKC1 tracks, along with Evelyn Fisher and Grant Kirkhope, I believe. And then he did the entirety of this game. Contributed a little bit to DKC3 in the original Super Nintendo version. But, like, this guy's a musical fucking genius. Alright? Like, I already mentioned it in part 3 with my favorite song in the game, Sticker Bush or Sticker Brush Symphony. But, like, this guy's tunes are just so fucking amazing, and they just fit the theme of the level. Like, they're just absolutely fantastic. You know, I can't say it in much more plain words than that. They are absolutely fantastic. Specific pieces I think I would like to mention are this song that we're hearing right now, Mining Melancholy. You know, with its, like, use of an anvil as, like, a percussion instrument, and very tight jump for the DK coin right there. But also, like, you know, it's slow sort of parts like the one that we just listened to, or like using the zinger sounds for a solo of sorts. Like, that's just really fucking cool. And then there's the water theme. It's, I know it's named after the enemy Lockjaw, but it's definitely not Lockjaw's lair, whatever the fuck the level name is. Locker, that's what it was called. The level. But that song, I remember, was one of my favorites, and perhaps my favorite when I was a kid. Because, you know, didn't really see much of the Bramble levels in the olden days. But that's another good one in, like, the standard water levels of the game. And there's also, God, please forgive me for not remembering the names, but you know, the one that we heard in Arctic Abyss earlier with the ice cave sort of thing going on. This guy just knows what the fuck he's doing with music, and you know, perhaps I'm just fanboying like way too much, because he was also the main composer for Star Fox Adventures, which if anyone, you know, knows, like, me and everything, like, with my gaming history, Star Fox Adventures is a very close game to me personally. So I just wanted to give my love and appreciation to David Wise for being an incredible composer. So, after that, like, I know that this video is going to be super fucking long and, you know, kind of annoying to deal with, just like this level here, Castle Crush, one of the more infamous levels of this world, along with the other two castle levels, Chain Link Clamber, or is it Chamber? We'll get to it when we get to it, as well as, that was bullshit, I hit the fucking zinger. I shouldn't have lost a Rambi there. But anyway. I know that this can be Toxic Tower. That's the other castle level. I'll get to Toxic Tower too, because that one is not as annoying as people, like, really make it out to be. But I know that this video is, you know, it's 50 fucking minutes. And that's just without me going overtime. So, you know, it's going to be a long trek through this commentary here. So what I would like to do is I want to try to summarize 2 Donkey Kong Country episodes, and I'm sorry if that like annoys you at all, but you know it's something to just liven up the commentary and whatnot. So I got Rabbit into a call with me, and we watched a few, but there's 2 I specifically want to talk about. And the first one is called Clump's Lumps. My goodness, that was some major slowdown. But hey, you know, this wasn't used with any enhancement chips, so you know, like Rare was extremely good at pushing consoles to their absolute limit. So, you know, props to them for that. But the first one, the first episode of Donkey Kong Country I'd like to talk about, here's the DK coin, is Clump's Lumps. And basically, the summary of that episode is like, General Klump is... Oh wait, no. Okay, it starts off with Dixie Kong. This is like the lone focus episode of on her throughout the entire series, so it's like it's the one that I sort of alluded to earlier, with Dixie being such a rare element in the show. It starts off with Dixie, and she's looking for her lost pet lobster. And, you know, like, she looks everywhere, just cannot find it. Which Diddy and Donkey Kong, like, joke about. Despite, you know, offering to help her and everything. So I think it's rather rude and insensitive for Diddy. I don't know if Donkey Kong actually joked about it, but Diddy was making jokes about, like, well, at least you didn't eat him, and whatnot, after Dixie was sad and was saying, you know, I took good care of him and whatnot. So Dixie's pretty broken up about losing her pet lobster, as I'm sure anybody would be. And then we cut to General Klump, right? And I guess in the show's continuity, General Klump, like, invented the TNT barrels. And he's showing them off to Rool. So, oh boy, this part. Good timing, again. Just gonna say that. Thankfully, I was able to make it through with Dixie. But, like, it's tense every fucking time you get to that point. But General Klump, like, in the show, he is presenting the TNT barrels to Rool. And he's just like, oh yeah, these TNT barrels, they be good at exploding. That was terrible, I'm sorry. But, like, he does this, and he goes off to demonstrate. But unfortunately for him and Rool and everybody in the room, he didn't deactivate the barrels before, you know, doing this little demonstration. So they get a nice explosion in the room, which doesn't kill them, because this is a cartoon after all. And then Rool responds by firing General Klump, demoting him, unpersoning him. Which, you know, a nice prediction of future times to come. By unpersoning him, but, you know, I'm sorry about that. Anyway. So Klump leaves off, and he finds a place to, you know, wallow in his sadness. Sings a song about it, which I had actually forgotten. I had forgotten before that Klump is actually, like, one of the better singers on the show. His actor did a really good job with the songs, and you wouldn't expect a voice like that to be able to carry a tune so nicely and everything. But like, dude, he does it, man. Klump is a winner in the singing department, I do say. So Klump sings his sad song about you know, being a loser with no friends and all this. And Dixie just so happens to be walking by as he does, and you know, he tells her basically, you know, I lost everything. I lost my job, my position. Rool is treating it as if I don't exist anymore. This fucking sucks. And Dixie, being the good Kong that she is like, hey, you know, I get that sucks. So how about I take you back and we just integrate you in with our people. And Klump is perfectly okay with that. So, oh, that's a nice invincibility barrel there. I forgot that I even got the banana. I was looking at it and I was like, do I get this fucking banana? This kind of fucked me over though, unfortunately. But whatever. So, Dixie, out of the goodness of her heart, introduces General Klump, who she affectionately refers to as Mr. Klump, to the rest of the Kongs. And there's like a bit of an internal debate about whether or not General Klump should be taken in with the rest of them. Okay, it was Chain Link Chamber. And so, like, Diddy's kind of against it. Cranky is super against it. But after some convincing words from Donkey Kong, as well as Dixie, General Klump is allowed into the fold. He is more or less a Kong after that conversation. But, you know, life ain't so easy for the Kongs after Klump comes by. He makes a lot of mistakes, or just generally annoys most of them, sans Dixie. Like one particular incident where he like uses the horn to do like a military style alert type of thing to wake the rest of them up. I'm forgetting the other isolated incidents. Oh, right, yeah, he tries fixing up some stuff. In particular, like, Donkey Kong's, notoriously shitty elevator. He tries to fix, and, also, like, Cranky's defense system for his house. He tries fixing that up, too. Ah, damn it. I'm not playing this live, of course, but, that's just really disappointing loss. After that, I was like, fuck it. But, like, he tries fixing these things up, and it very obviously doesn't work. So, Donkey, Diddy, and Cranky have a conversation, and they're like, yo, Klump's gotta go. Klump overhears this. So he decides to leave. Invincibility barrel, by the way, it's gonna help you a fuck ton during this long-ass level. So Klump leaves, Dixie finds him leaving the next morning and is like, hey, where are you going? And Klump is basically just like, yo, nobody wants me here. I'm just gonna go. Dixie feels a little bit betrayed because she did all that that work convincing the others that, you know, Klump deserved to stay on. So she's like, I can't believe you would betray me and all this stuff. So, you know, there's like a tiny bit of a falling out between them. So Klump's walking away. Rool, who had previously in the episode instilled Crusha as the new general, but that didn't quite work out for him. He finds Clump walking away from the situation, and like he's already disappointed that Crusha isn't as good of a general. So you know, he figures that he can leverage his position here. And just be like, "So, Klump, you want back him?" And whatnot. So Klump begs for his job back, and then K. Rool's just like, "Well, okay, on the condition that you fuck over your little friend to get the crystal coconuts," and whatnot. So Klump's got a bit of a moral dilemma. So he can steal the crystal coconut, but he's got to manipulate Dixie to do it. And so he does. You know, he tells her, "Yo, Dixie, K. Rool's planning on taking over the barrel works," or something along those lines, as a diversion. Fuck you, black clobbers. Oh, and they respawn too, so that's nice. It stole a fucking life from me. But yeah, like they get Donkey, Cranky, and Diddy to the barrel works, where it's revealed that like there's ultimately nothing wrong. Like there is a TNT barrel there, but it really is obviously just a distraction. Oh boy, here's Toxic Tower. Okay. Just before I, you know, finish up this whole diatribe about this DKC episode, Dixie getting hit there, that was just me being dumb. This level is just like, if you know anything about platforming, it really shouldn't be that much of a problem. Nah, perhaps I'm being too mean about that. I don't know. I just personally never found the jumping to be too bad. It kind of sucks that Ratley, like, with his charge up move, he's like gotta go on for a while longer than you would really like. But ultimately, I don't find this level too bad, especially when you get to Squawks and Squidder's parts. Piss easy, especially if you know Squidder's, you know, L&R trick. Not even a trick, but like the L&R function to spawn a spider web underneath you. That makes Squidder's part of the level like a complete and total fucking cakewalk. So yeah, that's Toxic Tower for you. Just do your best to avoid the liquid goop coming up. I did die as Squawks here, but it really isn't that bad. At least in my opinion. So just to wrap up this DKC episode, Dixie runs by the crystal coconut as Clump's trying to take it, and Klump feels guilty. So he devises a little plan for Dixie to, like, you know, just scream her head off until Donkey Kong arrives, so that Klump can lie and say that he didn't get the crystal coconut, because, oh man, all the Kongs are here, what are we gonna do? And so, like, there's like a mutual understanding between Dixie and Klump, you know, after that. And I thought that was, like, actually, like, really sweet. That episode is one of my favorites, because, you know, it's a good premise. I like it, and I like the ending too. There's the fucking piss take part that I was talking about. Good stuff from that DKC episode, and personally, you know, I think that it's very enjoyable and everything. So, with Toxic Tower completed, I'm now going to be heading off to Stronghold Showdown. Sounds like the name for a final boss fight or something. you know what? Maybe I was wrong about there being 2 worlds in here and everything. I mean, look, there's Donkey Kong. So, and hey, we got the Krem coin too. So awesome. Oh, darn. So yeah, there is another final world with a level and a boss fight. Going up to the Flying Croc and all that. It's a pretty challenging world, considering. So, you know, buckle your seatbelts, prepare your anus, because, you know, this is the true test. You want to get Donkey Kong back? You're gonna have to go through some shit for it. And Screech's Sprint is definitely a level that, you know, I would consider like a true test of your skills that you've, you know, gained up to this point playing this game. So we got like a bramble section here, loaded with enemies and extremely tight jumps. And then you got like parts like this here where you gotta avoid the 2 cat o' nine tails. And then after this, there's like a bit of a platforming section. A really cryptic way to get to this fucking bonus barrel here. Because you can barely see where the fuck you're going, and if you didn't know to throw your partner up there, you probably would have missed it anyway. This is one of my favorite bonus rooms in the game, though, because it encourages, and in fact requires, like a sort of cooperation between Diddy and Dixie. So I think that that's like a really neat gimmick about the bonus room there. It took me 4 fucking tries because I'm a dipshit, but you didn't see the failed attempts because I'm halfway decent at editing. So there we go. Now then, the whole point of this level, it's named Screech's Sprint after all, and normally speaking, it's supposed to be a race. However, if you do this, you can avoid the race entirely. Now, not to fret everybody, I will be showing off the proper, like, actual race when I go into the second extras video. And probably during the point where I'm showing off the Game Boy Advance version of this game. But normally it is supposed to be a race against that ugly, decrepit-looking bird that we saw earlier. So, yeah, I mean, like, this can be a total pain in the ass for the players because Screech has rubber band AI, and, you know, it's a bramble area, so, you know, if you're going too fast and don't, like, write your control of squawks in just the right way, you might run into a wall and lose a Kong or a life. Like I damn near did just then. And I'm taking this super carefully because I'm technically not racing anybody. Or, well, not just technically, like I avoided the race entirely. But, you know, at some point you get to these here areas, and you gotta be quick on your toes, usually. Again, if you didn't use an exploit like I did. And then, like, you're basically home free until the end. So, you know, just a lot of things can screw you over here. And then there's the added pressure of making it on time on top of all that. Like, as soon as I found out that this was an exploit, I was like, you know, I'm gonna do the level like this. The bananas serve as, like, the checkpoint, basically. But that's Screech's Sprint, the final proper level in the game, or at least the main game. So I am going to be using Funky's Flights here, but there's Rool Duel, the final boss battle, just up there. I'm not going to go do that yet, because there is something that I did not touch on in the world maps, because there's still all those swanky bonus bonanzas. I just missed out on all of them. But not now, because even though I have plenty of lives, but why not go and get more, eh? So, this is Swanky's bonus Bonanza, and basically, it's a game show. It's a trivia show. You pay a certain amount of banana coins to, you know, get a quiz, and depending on the level of quiz that you get, the questions get progressively harder and whatnot. If you beat the first game, you get a 1 life balloon. If you beat the second game, you get a 2 life balloon. If you beat the third game, you get a 3 life balloon. Simple as that. You know, it's going to cost you banana coins, of course. And that's basically how this whole shebang works. So, no need to discuss that. Instead, what I'm going to discuss is the second of 2 DKC episodes that I'd like to talk about. And that's Hunka Hunka Burnin' Bluster. A very popular episode, I would assume, amongst fans of the show. And basically, the point of it is Bluster gets, like, freaked out after, like, he discovers that he's, like, losing some hair. Or, well, he finds some hair in his comb, but, like, that's a normal thing. When you brush your hair or comb your hair, like, you're gonna get some hair in the comb. But he's scared that he's balding. So he gets all these, like, hair lotions and tonics and all this shit. Mixes them all together, even though his bottles, like, specifically say do not mix this with other hair tonics. And he makes this, like, super hair tonic that transforms him into the greatest creation in the entirety of the show, Leo Luster, who will steal your bitch. And just to add on to my point, he steals Donkey Kong's bitch. The literal bitch, or well, no, not the literal bitch, she's not a dog, but like the actual bitch, Candy Kong, who just drops Donkey like a fucking hat over something stupid like she usually does, and then goes with Leo Luster. So, you know, it's fucking great. So basically, Rool and his buddies, you know, make off with the crystal coconut. He steals it. And they're stopped by this new mysterious Leo Luster. But before that, I wanted to show this off. I believe it's the Rare Wiki on Wikia fucking lies to you about this quiz. Even though Flapper was the name of Quox, officially speaking at the time, though he's not mentioned in the manual or anything. Rare Wiki says that if you answer Flapper on that question, that, you know, that Swanky will give it to you. That's bullshit. Unless if they're talking about the GBA version, which, I mean, maybe. But just wanted to bring that to you. But anyway. So Leo Luster stops them from getting away with the crystal coconut. He shows off to Candy, gets a date with her and whatnot. But, like, then Bluster starts, like, losing it, losing the Leo Luster form. So he goes off to make more hair tonic. Which then Rool steals. And is like, if you want your tonic, you'll have to get me the crystal coconut. Which, eventually, Bluster manages to do. They trade tonic for coconut, and, you know, Rool's off. But Bluster actually has a pretty good fucking plan, because once he gets the tonic back, he just turns into Leo Luster again. Unfortunately, you know, for the good guys, Leo sort of, like, shows off in front of Candy, right? And boasts about getting the coconut back in front of Donkey Kong, which makes Donkey Kong turn competitive and go after the crystal coconut along with him. They bicker over this in front of K. Rool's lair, which gives Klump the time to like throw a barrel at them and knock them out and kidnap them. By which point, Bluster is no longer Leo Luster. However, Donkey Kong convinces Bluster to find the Leo Luster within. And so they make their escape with the coconut. Bluster admits everything, that, he was absolutely nothing. He was just a basic bitch without the hair tonic to Candy, who's in disbelief. And yeah, that's basically how the episode goes. Day is saved and everything. I know I didn't really get into this all too much, but I am also running out of time. And I really do need the time to explain the final boss fight. But just to go over things, Leo Luster, fucking amazing character. That should have been like a permanent upgrade for Bluster, or at least like maybe allow Bluster to have transforming into Leo Luster as a power from that point on, because Leo Luster is just like, I mean, look at him. That is one fucking amazing character. And now the fight that we've all been waiting for. But Leo Luster is just fucking amazing. There's no other way to put it. He's suave and cool, and he's got all these neat powers like electricity and hypnotism. He's fucking grand. All right, he's just fucking grand. Steals your bitch, and you know what? You fucking deserve it. So. Yeah, that's Leo Luster, but this here is the final boss battle now. Here in K. Rool Duel. Now, the important thing in K. Rool Duel is that like he's using his blunderbuss here. And he's gonna use it not only to shoot out spike balls and like cannonballs and whatnot, but he's also gonna try to suck you in with the gun. So what you've got to do is, throw the cannonballs back at him. Certain sections are going to be better, and that's why I'm switching out here. It's another one of those cooperative type things, at least to my estimation. That's how I like to play this boss fight. Is like, switching between Diddy and Dixie at the right intervals. The first section is much better to do, in my opinion, entirely with Dixie. The second section here is good to do with Diddy in the first two phases, and then Dixie in the last phase. And then we'll be seeing in the third phase, I believe I take it mostly Dixie, or entirely Dixie from that point. But like, that's how things go, Diddy's just better at jumping, so it's going to be better for him to take on the first two phases of this section. The only reason why I'm really switching to Dixie here is because of like these long shooting sort of the spike balls there. Dixie's mid-air control, the double jump, the flight, is much better, I believe, at handling that section than Diddy would with a normal jump. I just get a little too intimidated. So now K. Rool is not only gonna like dial down the visibility each time he charges at you, but he's also gonna shoot like poison gas at you. And the blue gas that we just saw just completely freezes you. And that's bad. Of course it's fucking bad. The second phase of gas is red, and the red gas slows down your controls. So it's very hard to avoid him and whatnot. This is the purple gas, which unfortunately I fucked up a bit of the timing on, and purple gas reverses your D-pad control. So, you know, unfortunately, try as I might, I was not able to avoid losing Dixie to him. Now, this is actually pretty fucking great, because he had me cornered, but I actually avoided the shot. And there we go, that's the boss battle right there. Donkey Kong gets free, uppercuts K. Rool right through the fucking ceiling of his stupid ship. And then he's gonna fall down into the drink and get chomped up by sharks, which is exactly what he deserved. With some congratulations here by Cranky, this is gonna send us into the end credits. Of course, but not before we get to see the video game heroes room, and you know, compare our DK coins to that of other characters, which I alluded to in earlier parts of this Let's Play, where we get to meet some other beloved Nintendo intellectual property. So again, the video game hero awards or coins, whatever the fuck. Cranky's gonna show us this room eventually. Just to end it though with the K. Rool commentary. I think the boss battle is like super fucking tough. Here we are. So we got Mario in first place, Yoshi in second place, and Link in third place. And then of course we see a sign saying no hopers. And there's a ray gun owned by Earthworm Jim, as well as Sonic the Hedgehog's shoes next to the trash. So Rare's taking some shots. Shots fired. But there are 40 DK coins in the game, so it's your job to displace Link, displace Yoshi, and eventually displace Mario. If you want to go for 101, or rather, sorry, 102% completion anyway. I do not have the patience for that kind of, you know, dedication and whatnot, and I probably would be, you know, too bad at like a bonus room or a few bonus rooms more than likely. So that's the whole thing about that. Those are the cameos I was talking about earlier. But the thing that I was saying about the K. Rool boss fight, it's hard as fuck. Like, you know, we're gonna be going into the Lost World in the first extra video, and like, that boss fight it's a fucking piss take in comparison. I think that they probably should have switched them around, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, I just gotta say, like, you know, it can be tough. But, you know, as long as you've got the tenacity, you can make it through. And I mean, you beat the game up to that point, so why not K. Rool? You know, save Donkey Kong. Ensure the safety of your old late pal, and get off of Crocodile Isle there in one piece and everything. The thing I wanted to mention about the gas, just quick, is because Diddy runs faster than Dixie, when you're in one of the two corners, I did manage to avoid K. Rool with Dixie a couple of times, but like eventually, like, Dixie just doesn't really run fast enough for that to be a consistent thing. Diddy does. So if you're ever in that situation, you kind of hope to be Diddy. But, you know, I was playing Dixie just, you know, to make sure that I could take the hit. And, you know, have Diddy at the ready if I needed him. So, with that said about the final boss fight, it's time for my overall thoughts on the game. And what I can say is, you know, of the Super Nintendo trilogy, this one is my clear-cut favorite. I love all of them, particularly 1 and 2. I think 1 is a great game, and I think 2 is a great game, but like 2 just sort of has that like X factor. You know, there's just like something more about this game. The things that they added to it, the things that were the same but changed, like, you know, it might sound simple, but like, you know, just for example, the noise that the zingers make when you kill them is much more satisfying. The graphics of the Kong letters, you know, it's just like the simple touches like that, along with the new things that they added, the more expansive explorative level design. The bosses were a great package deal. You know, this is a fantastic fucking game. This is one of the greatest platformers I think that has ever been made. And is an excellent showcase of the skill that the development team at Rare had, that they possessed, and whatnot. This is a really good showing of, you know, not just the skill of the developers, not just the versatility of the Donkey Kong series, but just what the Super Nintendo can handle. Again, this game came out right as the Sega Saturn and the Sony PlayStation were, you know, new and showing off like all these games with greater technical capability than the Super Nintendo could ever dream of doing without enhancement chips. And this game was doing so much on a standard Super Nintendo cart. I can't like emphasize that enough. A standard Super Nintendo cart. And it was keeping the system competitive with the PS1, competitive with the Saturn, which, you know, it absolutely needed to be, because the N64 was going to be a year later. And the efforts of all these people that you're seeing right now really just shines through and makes a game that I think can definitively be called a masterpiece. It is a great showing of the kind of game design and game philosophy that made these types of games so fucking fun back in the day. So, you know, there's plenty of good platformers from around this time, but this is like near the tippity top in terms of that sort of thing. So, you know, Rare, Nintendo, fantastic fucking job that these guys did, creating an absolute all-time classic. And, you know, not only did it just show in the quality of the game, but it also showed in the quality of the reviews, as well as the sales. This is the top-selling Super Nintendo game that wasn't a pack-in. So I'll have the list here, but, you know, after all of those, this was the 5th best-selling Super Nintendo game, but number 1 in terms of games that didn't come with the system at any point. So I think that that just like shows how great of a game that this ultimately was, to be able to do that. And here's something that actually surprised me when I recorded this. I didn't remember that there was a post-credit scene. But basically, Cranky here is telling you how to check in on your hero award status and everything. So, you know, if you want to go backtrack and get some more DK coins, then pressing L and R on any of the map screens should be able to help you with that, and, you know, see where your progress is and everything. I remember checking just out of curiosity after this was over, and he was like, "Your status didn't change, fucker." He berated me for it, which I found pretty funny. But again, like, this game, I believe, is so great, so fucking good, that it has a legacy, and it fucking earned that legacy. But I can't harp on about this forever. My throat actually does hurt quite a bit right now just from all this constant talking. So I'm gonna go. I hope that you enjoyed my Let's Play of Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest. The next time that I get into the DKC series, it's going to be Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie's Double Trouble. And for my next LP in general, it's going to be Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I hope that you'll join me there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have been Skull902. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.